Imagine if you could open your DNA like a Google Doc. See a typo on your genes? Delete. Need a fix? Copy, paste, and edit. Sounds like science fiction, right? But for one woman, it became reality. Meet Victoria Gray. Victoria grew up with sickle cell, a condition that twists red blood cells into sharp pressures, limiting the amount of oxygen that they can receive and causing agonizing pain. Imagine being a mom of four, sometimes missing birthdays, school events, never knowing if pain would strike. For years, medicine could only chase the symptoms, like band-aids or leak in the dam. Then, in 2019, Victoria volunteered for a clinical trial. Doctors took her stem cells and edited them to switch back on her fetal hemoglobin, the original oxygen-carrying form of blood we all produce before we're born. Slowly, the storms in her body began to fade. For the first time in her lifetime, pain stopped making all the decisions. It wasn't just a science headline, but a human life rewritten. So, what is this tool? It was CRISPR, a tool that doesn't just treat the symptoms, but aims for the root. For me, focusing in class feels like trying to tune a radio through static. I wished I had a way to edit how my brain worked. That curiosity led me to CRISPR. The more I learned, the more I realized that this isn't just a lab trick, it's a doorway to questions of identity, fairness, power, and ethics. Maybe you've had a challenge too. Anxiety, trouble focusing, struggles that you wish you could just cut out or edit. That's the exact power that CRISPR represents. The power to change what once felt unchangeable. CRISPR edits DNA, our body's instruction manual. A single typo can cause a catastrophe. For decades, scientists would only point to this typo. Fixing it was another story entirely. CRISPR changes. It's like a biological find and replace, where the RNA guides the Cas9 protein to make a precise cut, so the cell can then repair it. CRISPR has two main repair modes. Picture this. You're in an exam. Your teacher is a guide RNA, pointing out a mistake in your paper. The Cas9 is a red pen that crosses it out. You have two options. One is to scribble a quick fix. Sure, it's fast, but now it doesn't really make sense. Or copy the answer from your classmate. It's correct, but slower, and not really cost efficient. In CRISPR, your classmate's answer is a donative. If only CRISPR worked on exam answers too, right? One cut and all your mistakes are gone? Don't worry, teachers, we're editing DNA, not exam papers. At least not for now. Anyways, I'm not here to give you a biology exam. I'm here to talk about the possibilities of CRISPR. Just like Victoria's story, scientists are using CRISPR to fix other genetic disorders, like vision disorders or lung diseases like cystic fibrosis. Or in cancer, by editing our immune T cells, in other words, our body parts, to better spot and fight it. In agriculture, by editing crops to be more resistant against heat, drought, and pests, which resulting in them lasting fresh longer, which honestly is every parent's dream for school lunchbox. As it means fewer excuses like, Mom, that banana went wrong by lunchtime. Or even in malaria, by editing mosquitoes, so they can no longer be malaria's delivery spots. These aren't guarantees, but powerful. CRISPR gives us power, and with great power comes, well, you know the rest, responsibility. That's where the 3 C's of ethics come. Care is important. DNA isn't a word doc with an undo button. Even a tiny change can matter. That's why step-by-step testing and close monitoring is crucial. Then, consent. Editing embryos affects future generations. It's like forcing your great-great-grandchildren to have the eye color you prefer, even before they're born. That's why most countries forbid it. In fact, a scientist back in 2018 edited embryos and was sentenced to prison. Then, common good. What if only the wealthy get cures? Breakthroughs mean nothing if they don't reach the people that need it most. And so where does that leave us? CRISPR is like a hammer. It can build or break. The tool is sharp. What matters is how we choose to use it. Because the real power of CRISPR doesn't lie in the labs, it lies in us, in the choices we make, the ethics we defend, the questions we dare to ask. And the next chapter of human history is waiting for an author. Tell me, who's ready to pick up the pen? Because maybe one day, one of us in this very room will solve the disease with CRISPR. It could be the kid who doodles in the margins, or the kid secretly launching paper planes in the classroom, or the class clown who still somehow asks the smartest questions, or even you. Whoever you are, your curiosity belongs here. And if it's not you, that's fine. At least now you can sound suspiciously smart at your next family dinner when DNA comes up. Thank you.